Hello everyone. In this page we'll see the features of C language. C is a high level language, so it is basically easier for a user to remember and understand. Why? Because it is more like an English like language. So the user can easily understand and remember the keywords and notational statements that we make use of in C. But if you consider any primitive programming language like COBOL or Fortran, these programming languages will make use of some keywords which are difficult for the user to understand and remember. But unlike those languages, C is a high-level language that makes use of some English-like keywords. For example, if we consider a function to print, the function which we make use of in C language to print a statement is printf. Any person who is not aware of C language, even that person can be able to understand that printf is a function which can be used to print something. Why? Because it is more like English. So it will be easier for a new user of C to understand and remember the keywords and the notational statements that are used in C. Then C is a robust language with a rich set of built-in functions. There are so many library functions that are already inbuilt in the language which we can make use of in our program to make it a bit more complicated too. Some of the basic operations like finding the square of a number, finding the square root of a number, merging two strings, concatenation, some of the basic operations that which are required for the user are already there inbuilt in C language by the use of some built-in functions. And the next feature is C is a system independent programming language. Means the programs that are developed by C can be executed under any hardware and software environment wherein we can run a code that contains zeros and ones. Then C is a typed language because C supports data type system. We'll get to know the concept of data type in our later page. And the next feature is the C compiler combines the capabilities of an assembly level language and a high level language. So basically it will be preferred to call C as a high level language. The programs that are written in C are efficient and really fast. And the reason for this is the variety of data types and powerful operators that C language you make use of. C is a highly portable language. That means the programs once written can be run on any other machines with little or almost no modification. So once somebody has written a program in C means he can run that program in any other machine. Maybe in order to run that program in the other machine he might need some modification. In most of the cases no modification is required. C is a very powerful language making use of which the programs can be made which can operate some hardware devices and even electronic devices. In most of the embedded systems this feature of C has been made use of. So C can be made use of to write some programs for embedded systems. C language has an extended set of tools and techniques to develop any kind of software and even operating system. So such a kind of programming language we call it as a general purpose programming language. Why? Because it can be used to fulfill any of the general purposes of a software. If we see the important things that are present in C programming language, they are like functions, operators, expressions, statements, flow control, variables, output, C compiler. Out of this, if we concentrate on C compiler, as we have already said, systems will be able to understand low-level programming language. C is a high-level programming language. In order for the system to understand this high-level programming language, we need the coding of high-level programming language to be converted into low-level programming language. That conversion is done by a converter, maybe that can be called as a compiler. So compiler is one of the converter that converts this high level language program into a low level language program so that it can be understood by the system. Like that, in the later part of our discussion, we'll see in depth what is a function, what is an operator, what is an expression, what is a statement, etc. Thank you.